we just want to ask you, what's your advice to consumers who have a complaint, who have a problem with their service provider?
Well, I think the first thing a customer should do is make sure that they understand what their concern is fully about. So gather up all of the necessary bills or copies of the contract if it's a contract dispute, whatever it is that you need to fully understand and explain to the provider about the nature of your dispute. Then contact the provider. You can do it in writing, but it's often a lot easier to do it on the phone. Call the front line, ask to speak to somebody who deals with customer complaints or about billing issues or whatever the right area is. And I know sometimes it's a challenge to get to the right area. But explain to them when you get there what the problem is about. Be precise, give the details, make sure that they understand it, ask them to repeat it back to you, and see what they're prepared to do to resolve the problem. I know that in some providers, depending on what it is you're asking them to do, they'll need you to ask to escalate the complaint. The people on the front line typically have lower levels of problem resolving authority than people upstairs, and so don't hesitate to escalate the complaint. When you're dealing with them, my advice always is to the old saying, you can catch more flies with honey than with vinegar, so be polite, be professional, keep an even keel and try not to make it personal, because the person on the other end is not directly responsible for the problem. So do what you can to get it resolved with the service provider, and if you can't get it resolved, you should know about CCTS, and we're available. We're available by phone, by email, and through a complaint form that we have on our website, and we're available to help you out. That's what our job is. So feel free to contact us, and again, provide us with all the information and documentation related to your complaint, and presuming that it's in our mandate, we'll be happy to take it on into our process and work with you to try and get it resolved.
Okay, great. So should Canadians, should they hesitate to complain? I know we've talked about this in the past about speaking up and the importance of speaking up, and how some people just capitulate and don't say anything at all.
Well, it's a personal decision for every consumer how much time and effort you want to invest, and sometimes it's a business decision about how much is at issue. My advice is that people should not hesitate to complain, and I say that for a couple of reasons. First, if you feel you've been wronged and you want to get redress, and you feel you're entitled to it, you shouldn't hesitate to ask for it. By the same token, the problem that you've had may be a problem that many other consumers have had. The provider may not even know about it yet. So by doing so, you give them the opportunity to address your individual problem, but also potentially to solve a problem that's affecting all sorts of other customers as well.
Great, thanks. That's perfect.